Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the BradWOTO stream, but first, it's time for What Picture Has Bradley Drawn Onto a Piece of Paper?
Hey, it's me, Fist of the Walrus.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Time for you to guess what I drawed onto a piece of paper today. Today. Wow, it took so long to get that to work. What do you think I drew on a piece of paper this morning? A wench with a willy. A sleeping thrack. Sleep thing. A sleep thing. What do you think? Capybara? Solid suggestions. Any others? A cute bee. Cute bee? Maybe. Could it be Iron Man? Or Ash Ketchum? Guess that'll do. No one's here. Bodes well. Bodes well. Thanos is on. He was on beat for a second. He's back on beat. He's off beat. Guys, the answer was staring you right in the face all along. The answer was present for all those who were here yesterday. Yesterday I drew Zorn, or Thorn. And today I drew Zorn, or Thorn. The other one. Come on. Of OCD, guys. You think I was going to leave this unfinished? Gotta draw the other one. This is me playing. I recorded this morning. Indie Bro, thank you for the 87 months. Nero, thank you so much for the 44 months. Really should wait until we start spinning the wheel before you guys resub. But I'll allow it. I'll allow the free money. I said I'll allow it. It's this that's playing right now. An unexpected sound is being played. Oh yeah, I was going to make some battle music today. What do we got here? This is option number 1. Pretty good. To actually end. It's only 1 minute long. What are those Spanish soap operas called? The Indian soap operas where it's just constantly zooming on them. You know that. You know those. Absolutely hilarious. Those hilarious Indian soap opera. Over edited. Oh my god, the screen split. Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X. I could never edit something so good in my life. This is legit, dude. You'd think someone came in afterwards and edited this as like a meme, wouldn't you? You'd think like some 10-year-old came in and did this for this YouTube video, but it's just legit how it is in the show as presented on TV. Carmine Princess, thank you for the 15 months, my friend.
पण माझा तुमच्यावर संशय
केलं ती तस्वीर काय आकाशातनं खाली पडली
Mortal Kombat, gonna fight. What could be happening as well, you know? What could possibly be happening? Nothing will defeat the beginning. Whoever made this deserves an award. Literally the beginning of a Final Fantasy X fight. Isn't it? Jesus Christ. Incredible work, Indian editors. This wasn't it. That's what I was doing, I was listening to these songs. One's pick up. Does it begin? No. Not gonna, is it? I mean, it's a good bit of music for like the villain is monologuing, you know. And that was when I decided I would kill everyone in my family and become the emperor of this new world. As he's rising up, floating. It was only by killing them all that I unlocked the Mangekyo Sharingan. God damn it, come on. And that was when I decided to go west. Go west, where the children are. Go west, going very far. Go west. Gary's journey is going west. Very slowly, yes. Kinda hoping that we could get some cool music before we begin. Pirate.
Yar, me matey. You might try and take me ship, but you'll never take me ship.
A fucking trance song from Cyberpunk. Biz old in the chat. Done. Does it end? It does. They've done it. They've only gone and bloody done it. They've created a piece of music that I needed, and just in time. It was, what is happening? Man, my D drive is so fucked, man. Sometimes I try and open things, and it just goes. Tough. Extending themes is what I spend half of my week doing for the story. Just making extended versions of songs is half of what you hear on Table Story. Every piece of music that goes on Table Story isn't just a 3-minute song that's looping. I can't stand it. So I go in and treat everything and give them an extension. What is happening? Export. You know what game I wanted to play this morning when I woke up, guys? Age of Empires. Don't know why, man, but I felt it. The itch. You ever get the itch? You ever get the itch to play a random game? Nothing inspired it. Not like I've seen anything with Age of Empires. I've not played it in years. Not even really thought about it in a while. And yet. Did he just fella? What's happening to Toodle? I've been trying to make a song about Seg on Suno for over a week now. Sometimes it's so close and it messes up a verse or something. It just makes it up. Come on, man. I did this in 1 second. You can do it, I believe in you. We need a song for Smasher, really, don't we? Phil. Thank you for the sub, my friend. You should hold your subs on a Sunday, though. Hold your resubs. There's a wheel spin coming. Is it just broken? I kind of feel like we have to hear it out because I'm curious if something's going to happen. Or it's just going to do this forever. Mind hole. Chewing on your own tongue. It's not going anywhere, is it? It has lyrics, by the way. Smash her, she'll smash out. Pretty good, to be honest. I feel like I'm going crazy. Why are they all like this? Ascending. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why are they all like this? The Blue Man Group made it Suno's special Blue Man Group, eh? She'll smash us. It reminds me of a band, but I can't remember what they're called. That's it, huh? Okay. Already now. She'll smash them. She speaks, she smashes.
She'll smash her.
Alright. Should we see if Smasher can smash Can Smasher smash? Type smash in chat if you want Smasher to smash.
It's under a tiny world. Will take a person only a matter of weeks to travel from one side to the other. Once a lush, verdant planet, Rixonder's rain had stopped falling. What had stopped it? And how? Was this something to do with the warring empires? Was it a new unknown threat? Or perhaps it was the new major tech and steam-powered technology from the Hutchtan matriarchy or Kosusiv Reinti. Long ago, the world was treated as an experiment by the gods. They were trying to discover the most powerful species they could make. Just a fun game for them became our world as we know it, in the finals of the Kraven trials. Humans faced off against Noms. The humans won. In a final test, the gods pitted the humans against the dragons. The dragons tore the world apart, leaving magic unstable, destroying any semblance of society. Now, after 1,000 years, the mans have rebuilt. Two great kingdoms, constantly at war, and between them, the last forest. The only place of green in our dying world. And inside that forest, the last Nom. My name is Gary, and this is my story.
Let me make a Smasher token. Apparently I can't.
Smasher. Time to smash.
The creepy music today. Just give me something.
Background music. Only.
There she is. Smasher. Last week you gathered a new party member known as Smasher. Smasher. And what a beast Smasher is. An ambusher, mimicry, a Kenku paladin. We should call this Divine Smash, shouldn't we? Smasher. Smash. Smasher smash. Bam. Last week, you guys were in the desert. You recall, and you traveled across the world. A few miles from the Sandcastle Memorial. What, 30, 40 miles to the west towards the Hutchtan Matriarchy. And you found a grouping of pillars with runes all over them. And while you were halfway through figuring out what these runes meant, with the moonlight catching these runes, you were sort of figuring out a puzzle, basically. You were kind of getting there when a group of White Walkers attacked.
The dead march from the north, and the wall's not going to be enough to stop them.
Where did I put my notes about this? While you were figuring out the puzzle, these whites attacked, fending them off. Gary and Seg were in a precarious position when a completely random NPC that you'd created called Smasher showed up. A Kenku Paladin came running in to help Gary. The Kenku Paladin is absolutely fucking enormous. She looks like this. Joining the fight against the whites. As you'd rolled a random encounter on the spin wheel up there. Halfway through this encounter, you rolled a boss battle, which was when Molmoth appeared. One of the lieutenants of Saber, a villain, a randomly generated villain that you had created. Saber claims that they want to be the one that they're the hero of this story, not you, and they want you dead. A sort of shadowy figure appeared before Gary and swore to destroy Gary, sending 4 lieutenants after Gary first. The first of those lieutenants, Shadow the Wreck God, who was defeated pretty easily by Gary and Seg. The second lieutenant appearing now here in this place, Molmoth, a sort of goat-like being floating with seemingly some sort of power over cold and ice, icicles dripping from a whipping tail behind it as this demonic presence appears before you, summoning four ice mephits. Where was the fight? Here. The whites summoned up about you and Gary belonged to this creature, this thing, Molmoth. Can we get... yeah, there he is. Now instead of sort of poison dripping off of his tail, there is ice. And this being stands before you and says,
Now then, it is time for you to die at the hands of Molmoth. Come, my minions, let us bring their corpses to Saber. You may have defeated Shadow the Red God, but he was weak, pathetic. I am far more powerful, far more than will be needed to destroy you.
Let's roll some initiatives. Let's have... you know what? Let's re-roll initiatives for everyone. You can roll Gary's initiative. Gary has a +1 to his initiative. You can roll dice. This is an interactive stream. You can roll dice on this stream by writing !roll d20 in the chat room. Let's go. Quark, I'm glad that you've taken your medicine. Hi, Goblin Spore. Welcome in. 4 green Vox. My friend. Putting 1 wheel spin, 1 sub towards the wheel spin. For every 10 subs, we spin the wheel. Now, there are 7 on there already. So actually there's 8. 2 more, and we'll spin the wheel. It says 1, but there are actually 7 that were added by Shadow yesterday. As well as 1 wheel spin. We're starting with a wheel spin in a minute. Here, I just want to get all these initiatives in. Let's see. A 19. Nice. Gary goes on an initiative of 20. Seg will roll his initiative here. Seg. Initiative 11. And then Smasher will roll her initiative. Smasher is a Kenku. She can only speak in puns. Now then, Molmoth. Currently, Gary is transformed as a saber-toothed tiger. I'm just going to move these whites over here. Now, they're not actually there. There's 2 corpses of zombies there. I just want them out of my way because there's too much stuff on the screen. Positive plus 17 added by Shadow. That's what 7 and a wheel spin means, doesn't it? Goblin Spore. Well done. Really good. Figuring it out piece by piece. Alright, let's roll some initiatives. Molmoth. Will go on an initiative 8. And the Mephits will go on initiative 17. Okay, so Gary's going to go first, then the Ice Mephits, then Seg, then Smasher, then Molmoth. That is the turn order. Insta Rage, thank you for the sub. 1 more and we'll spin the wheel, but we're going to start the day by spinning the wheel, courtesy of Shadow the Red God yesterday. Now I have added 1 thing to the wheel. There is now a final edition, pretty heavily weighted, called Something Good. Something Good. Vulnerability. If this is cold, you are in so much trouble. Gary becomes vulnerable to something today on a D13, completely at random. 4. 3 was cold. Okay, Gary is vulnerable to fire damage. Fire damage. Okay, 1 more sub and we'll spin the wheel again. So even though it says 2 on the thing, it's actually at 9. And then it resets properly. And this is why you save your subs, Fulham Phil, Carmine Princess, and Indie Bro, and Nero. This is why you save those subs. Okay. It begins. Gary, the saber-toothed tiger. There it is. You know what? I'll spin the wheel just before we decide what Gary's going to do. Joint gift spins the wheel. Okay, it resets. Your next roll will be a natural 20. Guys. The next roll you make will be a natural 20. Now, Gary is injured. He's in the form of a saber-toothed tiger with some wounds on his... Okay. Alright, I see where this is going. Anonymous. Wounds on his flank. In saber-toothed tiger form. Smasher is a tiny bit injured. Seg is at full health. Let's spin the wheel one more time. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Joint gifts. Everybody who contributes to the stream on Sunday. You get a potion. Let's get a random potion going. Let me see here. Now, for the sake of variety, I'm just going to generate a potion. Appearing suddenly in Gary's hands, in Gary's paws, in Gary's pocket, is a boiling liquid that is silver in color inside of a metal flask. The effect is that your size grows by 1d4 feet for 1d4 hours. Would you like to drink the potion immediately? Drink potion. You always get the option to immediately drink it or save it. It doesn't use any action or anything. No, you just can do it immediately now or not. You can immediately absorb the effects of the potion. Immediately drink the potion or nay. How hard is this boss? You have no idea. Because nothing has happened yet. If you would like to find out, it will cost you 1 Twitch sub. If you would like me to hazard a guess, it will cost you 1 Twitch sub. Everything costs money on a Sunday. There's microtransactions in this game. Sundays are the only day I earn money on the stream now. So everything costs. There are microtransactions in this game. Kirio says, give us the clues. Beth says, give us the clues. If I'm honest with you, I don't really know how hard this boss is. I do know that the difficulty went up significantly when I added 4 methods to this fight. The difficulty went up significantly. You can remove a method by reaching 10 gift subs before we begin the actual first round of combat. Now you're going to grow by 1d4 feet. 2 feet. Gary starts to grow. A giant saber-toothed tiger. I'm going to give you +2 to all damage that you deal. They've done it. Immediately, with the power of the spell wind, this method vanishes. One of the methods vanishes. Molmoth says,
No, it cannot be. Very well. This will be more than enough to destroy you. Is he growing?
Gary, as a saber-toothed tiger, grows in form. Okay. Here we go. Gary on his first turn. Now he's in saber-toothed tiger form, so that means I need to pull this up. Really, he can only attack in saber-toothed tiger form, so you've got auto battle on. He can, if you move at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and then hit it with a claw attack on the same turn, the target must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Okay, Well, you've got Molmoth and you've got 3 ice methods here. I will give you the option to decide. What do you think needs to be attacked first? As a group. The Mephits. Molmoth. The choice is yours. Thank you very much, Lux. Nayanar, Bubu Laser Gun. Good to see you, my friend. You've made the fight easier. The fight was probably going to be pretty rough. Then I added ice methods in. I would say this fight, if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say this will be a relatively tough fight for Gary and Co. But I don't know. You guys are... Sometimes Gary's just very strong. Indescribably strong. Sometimes Seg pops off. There's not always a surefire way for me to know how strong it is, but I have gone in and I've adjusted this Bulazu or whatever it's called to be a little stronger, to have a couple of extra little moves. He's got a couple of extra moves. Attack Molmoth. Okay. The plan is to strike at Molmoth. Gary suddenly... I wonder if we can get him to... Yeah. Gary takes a step back. Growling. Doing that thing that like big cats do where they get down on their haunches and then just starts running forward, pouncing and leaping at Molmoth. Now this is going to be a natural 20. Move at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and then hit it with a claw attack. On the same turn. Which he will do. So that 9 immediately becomes a natural 20 because you rolled. You spun the wheel. So he has to make a DC 14 strength save or be knocked prone. Strength saving throw from Molmoth. A 14. He makes it, breaks it, barely. And the tiger can make 1 bite attack against it as a bonus action. Oh, so actually the bite is the... No, it's not. He just gets damage. A claw attack, and then he makes a bite attack. Okay, so he gets to do... So the claw attack is a natural 20, so we double that damage, right? So that 8 becomes 16. Because it's a plus 0. So the 8 becomes 16. And then he also does a bite attack. For 7. So by my calculation, he does. Let me just see actually. So you might have some bullshit. Oh. Right. Okay, let me resolve this part first. Thank you so much, More Pixels, for that gift sub. Contributing towards the wheel spin. I very much appreciate every sub we get on Sundays. It is genuinely paying my rent. Because I don't know what's going on with Twitch lately, but it's become an absolute nightmare. Okay. Yeah, so you deal, what did I say? 23? 23 piercing damage here. Absolutely annihilated this creature. However, this creature actually has some bullshit going on that I forgot about. Okay. Any creature that isn't a demon that starts its turn within 30 feet or more. No, within 30 feet. Must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or take damage. Right. That is Gary. So you guys need to make me a Constitution saving throw. Start rolling dice in the chat room. Exclamation point, roll D20. Gary has a +1 to his con saves. We'll take the second roll, not that 19. The second roll. Technically, this would have been your nat 20, but I'm a kind DM. I'm not going to undo the epic leap that you got in. Keep rolling it. Keep rolling it, baby. You know what time it is. A 14, so it's a 15. And you had to beat a 13. So yeah, you wouldn't have taken any damage. And then... oh, he also has advantage on strength saves against being knocked prone. So he had advantage on that check, even though he made it anyway. Okay, so I think that ends Gary's turn. An epic opener as this tiger leaps through the air. The goat just kind of looks up. An enormous claw coming down and opening a wound. This huge saber-toothed tiger now. You know what? You get an extra 2 damage, don't you? You get an extra 4 damage because you're large from the potion. Bites a chunk out of the mole moth as well. Is Gary wearing the Frostbane amulet? I can't remember what that even does. The Frostbane amulet. What does it do? When worn, the amulet creates a field around the bearer that weakens ice-based magic. Protection from the cold. You gain resistance to cold damage. Yeah. Frostbane amulet. Resistant to cold damage. Nice memory. Good shout. Yes, you are resistant to cold damage. Just in time for all of the mephits to descend. These are like little ice imps floating on icy wings. The wings are moving very quickly, like a hummingbird. These creatures descend, floating like little icy imps with little claws on the tiger, attacking the giant saber-tooth form of Gary. Let's see. Oh, they've got... oh no. Oh, this just became a much... I thought all they had was a claw move. They have a much more devastating set of moves. Okay, how intelligent are these things? Kinda. Be prepared. For each mephit sucks in some air and frost breath launches outwards. 15 feet cone. Let's see if it can catch. This one might be able to catch everyone. No, I think I can only get... this one can get Seg and Gary. So let's do this one first. A DC 10 dexterity saving throw, please, from Gary. We take the second roll. Start rolling, exclamation point, roll D20. And we'll roll one for Seg here as well. +3, a 9. Seg fails. We're not going to take that 2. Keep rolling. Please keep rolling. Please keep rolling. For Gary's dex save, Gary has a +1 to his dex save. A 13, a 14 makes it. Okay. So, let's see, what's the damage? It is 2d4. A 5. Seg takes 5 damage from this. Gary takes half, which is 2, and then half again, 1. Chen, thank you very much for that sub. That contributes towards the spin wheel here. There is a new thing on the spin wheel called Something Good, which is going to be like a minor Deus Ex that can happen, I think, on the wheel. You can have there is a Deus Ex Machina, which is pretty much what do you want to happen, and Something Good will be a minor version of that. That's what I think. I wanted more good things on the wheel because there's quite a few bad ones on there now, and I want the balance to be in favor of good things, because it's more fun when you can spin on the wheel and potentially save the day, you know. Anonymous, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. Towards the wheel's spin, Seg takes the damage here. Gary takes 1. Let's see, this one I think will probably blow his cone of cold this way. I don't think that... Would that catch Gary? I think it does. Okay, make me another dex save, chat. Start rolling. Start rolling. We're also going to roll for Seg again. Another fail from Seg. And then a roll from Smasher. A -1 on her dex saves. A fail. No, not a fail. Not a fail. So keep rolling. We're not going to take that 4. Seg takes 3 damage. That was Smasher. Seg takes 3 damage. Smasher takes 1 damage. I think no matter what, you don't take any damage here, right? Or do you take a minimum of 1? What's the rules with D&D? If you half it and then half it again, can you go under? Because you're going to take half damage if you make it, which will take it down to 1. And if you take half again, it's going to go down to 1. So I think no matter what here, you take 1. It's a 1 minimum. Okay. I think Gary takes 1 damage, no matter what you roll. You can keep rolling to determine what you would have rolled. But Gary takes another 1 cold damage from that method. This method can only hit Gary with his Frostbeth, so I don't think he probably would. He'd probably just attack with his claws. A 15, so you make it, but yeah, you'd still take 1 damage. Okay, this one's going to attack Gary with his claws. A 15 versus Gary's AC. As a saber-toothed tiger, Gary's AC is currently 12, so that one hits. So this is going to be 4 slashing damage, of which Gary takes the entire 4. And then 3 cold, which Gary takes only half, so again another 1. Gary down to 15 HP in his saber-toothed tiger form. Once you lose that 15 HP, the saber-toothed tiger form drops, and you go back to Gary's gnomish form, and he will be at whatever HP remains of his gnome form. Goblin, thank you so much. He's Goblin. Goblin has said it's time to spin. Here we go. You get an item. Roll me a d20.
Mind Goblin on these gift subs.
You get a random item here. Damn, son. A car drives past behind Gary. Okay. Let's see. A 17. Keep going. We'll take the second roll. I'm going to roll a D3 to determine which table I roll on here. 1, 2, 3. 3. We're going to roll on this one. Okay, what do you get? What do you get? Keep rolling. Sometimes a little bird lands on the windowsill out my window, and I can see it just through the little gap under my screens, and I think that there's like a rat running into my house. You got an 11. 11. It was this table here. Underneath Gary's paw, as he's sort of dodging and weaving as these mephits are spitting cold breath at him. The last mephit scratching at Gary with a little icy claw. Gary flinches and moves backwards, his giant saber-toothed paw landing on something underfoot. He glances down, curling one claw around a necklace comprised of several gold plates held by a gold chain. It thrums with a strange energy. You now have a strange necklace. Several gold plates held by a gold chain. Thrums with a strange energy. Okay. We'll figure out what that is after the fight. There are bigger things to worry about right now, as Gary, his paw curling around this thing, and it just gets absorbed into his body because things transform with you. I mean, I don't think that's how the spell works, but it is for the sake of this being a bullshit campaign. Okay, so remember you have that necklace. I'll add it here as well. Strange necklace. That is the end of the ice mephit's turns. It is Seg's turn. The first thing he needs to do is make me a check of some sort. Seg must make me a con save. He has a +2 to his con saves. Did I not click it? Oh, I did. A 13. He has to beat a 13, I think. Yes. Just about makes it. And does not, from the effect of Molmoth's AoE that's happening here. Anyone that starts their turn in this blue bullshit has to make a con save at the beginning of their turn. He makes it. Seg. Who will Seg attack? The Mephits or Molmoth? Who will Seg attack? The Mephits or Molmoth? I will let you pick. Oh my god, I just remembered something Molmoth can do. While we're waiting. Molmoth launches ice spikes out of his tail. And Molmoth has a legendary actions. His attack on an 11 misses everyone. Spikes. He whips his tail and a bunch of little spikes launch out towards Smasher, Seg, and the saber-toothed tiger. They launch over your heads. Or over their heads. Time to attack Molmoth. Okay. Seg. How is he gonna do this? I don't know if he's got the movement to get there, actually. He can fly. He's currently flying. He could fly 30 feet up. 30 feet down. Seg has activated his bat wings, so he's got 60 feet of flying movement. So he suddenly, Seg launches up into the air. Does kind of a weird arcing move over, very much in a falcon maneuver, and then comes down with his sword out with an attempt to attack the demon Molmoth. A 16 against Molmoth's AC is a hit. Seg strikes, dealing 3 slashing damage. Not a great roll from Seg. To Molmoth. Okay. At the end of Seg's turn, Molmoth's tail launches more ice spikes. Outward. Natural 20. That hits everyone. These deal 3 plus 4 cold damage to each person. So, Seg has no resistance to cold. He takes 7. Smasher has no resistance to cold. She takes 7. And Gary has resistance to cold. He is going to take 3 damage here. As these little hit everyone. It's now Smasher's turn. Smasher has to make a Constitution saving throw. Start their turn within the area of effect. An 18 is a make. So Smasher is all good. Who will Smasher attack? The Mephits or Molmoth? Why is that playing? You want to watch some TikToks? The Mephits or Molmoth? Who will Smasher attack? I don't know if Smasher can actually get to Molmoth. Yes, she can. Who will you fight? Hey! Goblin Spore.
Spin the wheel, me lord. Spin it now.
You can never defeat me.
Says Molmoth. Icy tail whipping behind him as the spell wind kicks up. Okay. Everyone thinks, oh my god, another wheel spin. 2 wheel spins here to try and save you guys. Let's go. At the beginning of Smasher's turn, Smasher sights up Molmoth and starts moving towards Molmoth, sword drawn as the wheel spins. First wheel spin from Goblin Spore. Thank you so much, Goblin Spore. I very much appreciate it. Let's find out if it was worth it. A wild magic surge. Everyone, a round of applause for Goblin Spore. Now I have a D10,000 wild magic table that I roll on. Let's see what happens here. I think because of this is how you got Smasher last time. 4,209. It could be anything. This could be a major thing. It could be a minor thing. We don't know. 4,209. The ridiculous PDF. Then I have to scroll down. 209. Oh no. It's another curse. Gary. A curse befalls him. Any water carried by Gary immediately fills with rot grubs. D10. Now I think he has a water flask and then he has a lot of iron brew. Gary's water skin, unbeknownst to him, while transformed as a saber-toothed tiger, the water skin is sort of like, it transforms with him, so it's kind of caught within his, you know, thing. Inside of that water skin, 9 rot grubs appear. Now, what the fuck is a rot grub? Rot grub. 5A. Ew. I mean, they look like this. That's a penis. That is disgusting. The beep. The beep was me refreshing my screen. Okay. Any water that Gary carries fills with rot grubs. Thank you so much, Goblin Spore. What do you think? Was it useful? Ew, there was something in my water. Second wheel spin from Anonymous. Anonymous appeared in his anonymous mask. Quad vantage, vantage,
Vantage.
vantage, vantage, vantage.
Quad vantage.
Quad vantage means on your next roll you get quad vantage, which means we keep rolling until you take the highest of 4 numbers. On Gary's next roll.
Quad vantage.
Okay, nice. Anonymous. Good one. Goblin, maybe? Maybe you can use the any water he touches turns to rot grubs, which is a horrible curse to have considering that Gary is trying to like bring water back, right? That's like what he's doing. Does he have create water to cover the demon in rot grubs? Hold on to that thought. Maybe we can get creative. At the moment he can't cast spells because he's a saber-toothed tiger. Smasher is going to move around this mephit to here and attack Molmuth. Okay, Smasher has used one spell slot for Divine Smash. They have Ambusher. In the first round of combat, the Kenku has advantage on attack rolls against any creature it has surprise, which is not the case here. They can mimic things. They get a +2 bonus to damage rolls. And they've got some spells. They've got Bless, Shield of Faith, and Divine Favor. I don't think any of this is worth it right now. With a bonus action, you can deal an extra d4 of radiant damage on a hit. I feel like she needs to do this. What do you think? Divine favor? Type yes or no in the chat. We don't need to bring up the poll for it. You just... We'll see. Add divine favor. Divine favor, your prayer empowers you with divine radiance until the spell ends. Concentration up to 1 minute, probably the whole fight. Your weapon deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit. What do you think? Add the divine favor? Yeah. She Beric Dundarians the sword. One hand running up the blade as she's moving around the Mephit and bringing it down towards Molmoth. The sword begins to glow with a divine radiance as Smasher moves forward and makes an attack. Now that is one of... She's only got one more spell slot left. Let's see if she hits first before anything else happens. This is the attack roll from Smasher. A 24 is absolutely going to hit. Would you like to pump in a divine smash? Once per turn, when the paladin hits a creature with a melee weapon attack, they can expend a spell slot to deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage. You've got one spell slot left. Would you like to add 2d8 divine radiant damage to this strike? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Everyone says yes. Okay, that's your last spell slot. Here we go. So the attack roll is 12 slashing damage plus 1d4 radiant, 3 plus, damn, 2d8. Oh man, one of them was a good roll, the other one was a bad roll. So this is 23 damage. How much fucking health has he got? 22. Jesus Christ. Smasher runs forward, bringing out this long sword, running a gloved hand over the blade. It ignites with divine radiance. She moves into position, brings her huge body into this is like Brienne of Tarth shit, where she slides into position across the sand and just, as she moves this sword, you see it burst with radiant energy as she pumps one of these divine smashes into this thing and just strikes Molmoth. Molmoth's head is separated from his body. The divine radiance burns across the wound that it makes, like flash paper or whatever it's called. All of this divine energy, Molmoth's head flies through the air, landing in the sand, rolling over a few times. The body of Molmoth collapses instantly to the ground. Molmoth is very dead. Well, he's a demon. He's defeated, is what he is, really, isn't it?
Molmoth defeated.
But the Mephits remain. Just in time, before Molmoth's turn there. Alright, so Smasher's turn is up. Epic turn from Smasher. It is back round to Gary. Now, you're in auto combat. You do have quad vantage on this attack roll. So let's have you roll the attack roll rather than me this time. Roll me an attack roll. Go. You have a +5, no, a +6 to this. The claw attack would be better. And we roll 4 numbers. I'll include the first one because you have 4 rolls. So, which, you know, just roll until we see 4 numbers. 11. Can you beat an 11? Can you beat an 11? Keep rolling. Keep rolling. You've got 4 rolls. Can you get a nat 20? A 4. So far it's an 11. You got 2 more. The quad vantage coming in. A 15. Can you get a 20? A 15 brings that roll up to a 21, but can you roll a 20 here? The next roll. You're definitely going to hit, but can you crit? You're definitely going to hit, but can you crit? An 11 again, no. Close, but no. A 15 on that quad damage. You strike. With a 15, you're going to hit. Wow. If you'd let me roll it, it would have been a natural 1. 13 slashing damage to this method. As this enormous paw hits this thing out of the air. It is still going. And it's the Ice Mephit's turns. Let's see. We're going to go anti-clockwise from the top and see if they recharge their breath ability. 1 recharge from the top. No recharge. No recharge. So the first one, if he sprays, yeah, he's not going to be able to get anyone. So I think he's going to swipe with his claws. He does have a 10 is going to be a miss here as he attempts to strike back at Gary with a miss. The next Ice Mephit will also try and strike Gary. That's a 20, a dirty 20 from the Ice Mephit. 5 slashing damage to Gary and 1 cold damage. Gary's down at 6 HP right now. This Ice Mephit is going to attack Smasher with a claw attack. Another dirty 20. 5 slashing and 3 cold damage to Smasher as Smasher kind of just takes out Molmoth. She feels a sting in the back of her neck. This little creature strikes and cuts a horrible cold wound in the back of Smasher's considerable muscular neck. Smasher turns around and kind of bird growls. Smasher can only speak in puns. It is Seg's turn. I guess we'll have Seg attack this one. Let's see if Seg can hit. There's Pack Tactics. So that's a 20. He does hit. 4 slashing damage. Seg, not the Rambo of the swamp today, as he brings that sword upwards and cuts an icicle off of the creature. It is Smasher's turn, as Smasher turns around here and will attack the Ice Mephit behind her, the one that kind of went for her. She still has... Oh, you know what? Maybe she doesn't. Let's make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if she holds the spell up. She has to be at 10. She does. Okay. Oh, this is Seg. Never mind. Let me try again. Smasher has a +3. A 20. She makes it. Another dirty 20 from me. I'm feeling dirty today. Here we go. A 14. The Ice Mephit's AC is 11, so that hits. Plus the D4 of radiant damage. So that's 11 damage to this Mephit. As Seg strikes at 1, Smasher strikes at 1. Each of these Mephits injured right now. Gary's turn. You're in Sabertooth Tiger form, which means you're in Auto Battler form. Let's see if Gary can strike this Mephit. He does. 16 slashing damage is going to obliterate this one. Gary, a huge paw, strikes at this Mephit. It explodes. These Mephits explode in a death burst. Each creature within 5 feet must make a dex saving throw. I'll let you roll it, guys. You got a +2 to your dex saving throw for Gary. These sounds are wild. They're not good enough for you? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm running a lot of D&D at the moment. I run Cura on a Tuesday on Table Story. Not that 19, we're taking the second one. I run Oracle's Rest on a Saturday night, and then I get up and immediately run this for you guys on a Sunday. So I've got a lot of D&D going on, and I'm tired. So if the voices that you get are... Anonymous, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Very much appreciate it. 5 gift subs towards the wheel spin. Above us. Again, we've added something good to the wheel spin. It's that purple one in the bottom right. That is something good will happen. Determined by you. An 11 plus, what did I say? You've rolled an 11 plus 2, 13. That deck saves. So, Rage, thank you very much, my friend. A wheel spin. Let me resolve this and then we can do it. The Death Burst. Each creature makes a DC 10 dex saving throw, so you've made it. Or take 1d8 slashing damage is what it is. Okay, 1d8, not cold damage. So you take 8, and actually, no, it's going to be half, so 4. Oof. You got 2 HP in Saber-Tooth Tiger form. This Saber-Tooth Tiger looks beat up. Wounds all over it, ice spikes in it, slashing from the Mephits, slashing from the Whites, barely kind of holding itself together. Again, if you go to 0, Gary doesn't die. As a druid, he will just revert back to his sort of human or gnome form, and he'll still have, you know, full HP or whatever HP he had when he transformed, minus anything that he carries over from damage in this form. If he were to, you know, if he took 3 damage and he only has 2 HP, you'd lose 1 HP out of your main form. I think, right? That's how druids work? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. This ice mephit is dead, though. And it's time to spin the wheel. On behalf of Anonymous and Insta Rage, let's see. Was it worth it? Spin again for the companion. Okay, we're going to roll a d2. Seg or Smasher? Seg 1, Smasher 2. Smasher. We're going to spin for Smasher. Spin for Smash. What's it going to be? Ooh, oh, Smasher gets a vulnerability. The remainder of the game. Today, 7 necrotic damage. That could have been bad. With Molmoth was dealing some necrotic damage. Smasher. Okay, so remember this because I won't. And I know you want to lie, but don't lie to me. Gary has vulnerability at the moment. He takes double damage from fire. And Smasher has vulnerability to necrotic damage. Okay. Was it worth it, Insta Rage? You weaken our paladin. How could you do this to us? Traitor. That is the end of Gary's turn. It's now the Ice Mephit's turn. They can roll a d6 to try and regain their recharge of the thing. They don't, so one is going to attack Seg here. I'm going to roll a d2 to determine. 1 is Seg, 2 is Gary. Seg. This Ice Mephit is going to try and strike at Seg. On an 8, he's going to miss. Seg just dipping his head out of the way as this creature tries to strike at him. The other Ice Mephit will roll again, determine. 1 will be Smasher, 2 will be Gary. 1 Smasher. This one's going to strike at Smasher. On a 13, that's almost definitely missed. Smasher's AC is 16. Also, strike, swing and a miss. Seg will attempt to strike the creature in front of him. He has Pack Tactics, that's a 17. 9 slashing damage to the Mephit. Smasher will attempt to do the same with the other Mephit. A 17. 13 slashing damage plus a d4. We'll see what it would have been, even though it's already dead. Bang. Bang. Smasher brings the sword up, cuts the mephit in half. It explodes. Creatures within 5 feet, you have to make a dex save. One of those creatures is Gary. Roll me a dex save, guys. You have a +2 to your dex save. Smasher needs to roll me a dex save as well. She has a -1. Wow, natural 20, which makes that a 19. So she makes it. Let's see what Gary can do. We take the second roll. Wow, it's done 4 damage. I think this is going to knock you out of... I think this knocks you out regardless. Out of the form. The giant saber-tooth. The giant saber-tooth. I think you were dealing in 2 extra damage, right? I forgot to add that on a couple of them, but I don't know if it would have mattered. But you didn't remind me, so...
We did, Brad. We typed it 50 times and you weren't reading the chat.
I'm sorry, okay, I'm doing a lot of things at once. Okay, 14? No, next one. Keep rolling on your dex save. It's to determine whether you take the full 8 damage or just half. Smasher is going to take half. 4 slashing damage.
Would Gary still be a giant because of the potion?
I think he would be. Gary is big. He's 2 foot taller than normal. So he's not really a giant. He's still medium. He's just like 5 foot tall instead of 3 or whatever he is. Keep rolling. I still need a dex save from you guys. An 8 plus 2, 10. Yep, just makes it. So Gary takes 4 damage. So that's 2. And then -2 here as well. So Gary's on 22 HP right now. And his saber-tooth tiger form bursts. And what is left behind is Gary as he stumbles backwards. And he is 2 foot taller than he normally is. Stumbling around as he's broken out of his druidic form of a saber-toothed tiger. Gary has used 1 wild shape. Did he? You guys got a long rest, didn't you? Was it before or after you turned into a saber-toothed tiger? You got a wheel spin that replenished all of your stuff, didn't you? I think. That's the end of Smasher's turn, which brings us to Gary. So let's see here. Now you do still have this moonbeam knocking about somehow. Is this concentration moonbeam? Yes. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please, to see if the moonbeam remains. Probably should have been doing it every round, but here we are. You have a +1. It was before? Okay, so you've only got 1 wild shape left. A Constitution saving throw for Gary. To see if the moonbeam remains. A 20? No. Next one. Keep rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Sunday. Sundays is for D&D. Nobody laughed at my joke when I said there's nothing but D&D going on. You got a 20. Oh. Yeah, but we take the second roll. Right? Because that 8 was from before. JJXJJ, who just appeared in the chat room, has rolled the winning number, which is a 5. So yeah, Mathis, it's not what you roll, it's the one that says the winning roll. You'll see I speak, even though it's obviously not me. The bot says the winning roll is, yeah. So what it does is it grabs one, so it rolls 15 times and it grabs one of the random rolls, and that's the roll we take, because it's really, really hard to poll chat and get, you know, a way that everyone can roll a dice and feel included and also get a thing. I type it every single time, yeah. So that's how that works, Mathis, which is why I'm saying we take the second roll. So it's the second winning roll every time, because we take the first one. I want to flush out all the previous rolls because people still keep rolling after a couple of times. Okay, so it was a fight. So your concentration actually ends. The moonbeam is gone. It is now Gary's turn, and for the first time today, what will Gary do? Now the choices are physical attack. There's just one method in front of you. Cast a spell, wild shape. Heal. Run. Hide. Dodge. Item. What was the get creative option earlier on? And get creative. Get creative means come up with something outside of these things. So we'll go to an open forum of, like, you know, come up with something different. You don't just have to do what the rules say. You know, do an attack or cast a spell. You can do something weird. You could try and charm the method. I don't know. You could try and seduce it. If your name was Stella Luna, I'm sure you'd try that. Oh, it was the create or destroy water and summon a bunch of water with the creatures in. That's right, yeah. Choice is yours. You can vote in the. You have to be in the Twitch chat room, and you just type the number next to the option on the screen of the thing that you want to do. For example, if you want to cast a spell, type 2 in the chat. If you want to hide, type 5. Remember, if you want to watch real D&D, me putting effort in, I run a D&D show on Tuesdays on a different channel called Table Story. It's called Cura, Q-U-U-R-A. If you type Cura Table Story into YouTube, you'll find the playlist. You can watch all of those if you'd like. At the moment, I'm also running a show called Oracle's Rest on Saturday nights. Far more casual. Has anywhere between 10 and 20 players each week. It's an absolute nightmare to run, but it's hilarious. I enjoy it. We all have a great time. I predominantly run that one for my friends offline, but we've decided to run a couple of episodes live. You can watch that. Also on Table Story. Table Story is a D&D channel. So there's lots of shows on there, and there's also a huge back catalogue of shows that go back to 2016. Some of them run by me, some of them I'm a player in, some of them I had nothing to do with, but they're brilliant. And you can head over there. So if you like the D&D content that you're seeing here today, this is a complete fuck around and utterly and totally improvised on the spot by me. But there is some actual content out there that you can enjoy if you'd like. You're going to hit this thing with the quarterstaff. Is that the plan here? Let's see. Gary has a +1 quarterstaff and a Frostbrand scimitar, but the +1 quarterstaff has to be better. Why is that a minus? Can you use a... have we been through this already? Can you use Dex for a quarterstaff? No, it's versatile. All right. Roll me an attack roll, guys. If I had rolled it, it would have been a 19. So you have a +3 -1 to hit. Wait, what am I looking at here? Yeah, -2, +2, -. So you have a +1 to hit. So not that 10 from Beth. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Roll as many times as you want, JJ. I think if you keep spamming a thing, the Twitch thing will be like, meh. A 4 +1 is a 5. A devastating swing and a miss from JJ again. The worst roller in the chat room. The accursed dice. If we were playing real D&D, we'd have to make you get rid of that dice that you're rolling with, JJ. Maybe go and wash your hands or something. Gary comes running forward, but he's not used to his size. Gary is 2 feet taller than normal, and his legs feel strange. His 6 arms that are on this gnomish body feel bizarre, and he brings his quarterstaff out and batter up, swing and a miss. The Mephit, in response, is going to attempt to scratch Gary. Actually, let's see if he recharges his frost breath first. I forgot they have that. No, he doesn't. Here come the claws. A 21 to hit Gary. Gary's AC is 14. That's a hit. 2 slashing and 2 cold damage. These little horrible claws strike at Gary and cut a little line along his body. Seg brings out his sword. Pack Tactics activated. A 12. What is the Mephit? That actually hits. That hits the Mephit. The damage, 7. So not quite enough to kill it. 7 slashing damage. What about Smasher? Smasher leaps into the air, bringing her sword up high. The sword comes down. Can Smasher hit? A 10. The thing's AC is 10. 12 slashing damage plus a 1 divine. The creature explodes. Dex saving throw. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen, that's why. Dex saving throw from you in the chat room, please. As the creature explodes. +1 to your dex. Seg rolls a 17. Smasher rolls a 12. They take 3 damage each. But what does Gary take? Yeah, we take the second roll. You have a +1 to this, and you have to beat a 10 is what you've got to beat. Can you do it? Bew laser gun gifted a sub to JJ. Well earned, to be fair. Well done, Bew. Everyone give Bew a pat on the back. Well done, Bew. Bew is a teacher. She has to look after our our new kids. In fact, Bew, from now on, you're in charge of looking after new kids that show up in the channel. Not the annoying ones. Those are for Lux and the other mods to deal with. That's for the new kids Lux will deal with. But from now on, Bew's in charge of looking after the new kids who are actually not annoying and nice like JJ. So far, we'll see how JJ performs. Even though everyone actually hates JJ because they can't roll. An 8 + 1 is a fail. Gary will take the full 6 damage here as this creature explodes. Now I'm going to put these up here like this because you've got all this XP coming from these creatures. But for now, and as it stands, battered, bruised and bleeding, but all still standing, you've defeated Mulmoth, the Mephits and the Whites. Congratulations. That whole thing was random wheel spin encounters that kept coming up. I'll figure out the XP in a minute. I think Gary kind of... much bigger form of Gary. Fucking cracked everything. Almost kicked my entire desk over. As the... Gary leans against this obelisk behind him. The Seg puts his hands on his knees and... Smasher standing there, taking in some deep lungfuls of breath. Gary looks over to Smasher and says, "Hey, thank you for your help. I don't know if we'd have done it without you. What's your name?" Smasher says, now Smasher can only speak in puns. There's no pun in which Smasher can respond. Smasher just shrugs her shoulders and Gary says, "Oh, you don't have a name?" Smasher nods her head. "Well, what is it?" Smasher shakes her head. Seg says, What's the matter? You can't speak." Smasher says, "Why did the public speaker hire a pitching coach?" "Because he needed to improve his delivery." Gary and Seg look at each other. "I think she can only speak in jokes and puns. What is that, a curse or something?" Smasher nods. Gary says, "Right, well, I can't just go around calling you what? Big Bird? You can't call her Big Bird. You're pretty good at smashing stuff up. How about we call her Smasher?" Gary says, "Hey, how about Smasher?" Smasher shrugs. "Right, Smasher'll do." "Oh, alright. 2 of those bastards down." "Yeah, 2 left." Smasher looks between the 2 of them. Gary and Seg begin to explain their quest. After some time, a little bit of writing. I just read your thing. Can she write notes? No, she can't write notes. That completely betrays all of the fun of being cursed. The Gary and Seg explain their plight to Smasher. Smasher says, it's so difficult to speak in nothing but puns. Smasher says, Smasher can only mimic. So Kenkus can only mimic other people. So Smasher says,
Teamwork is important. It helps to put the blame on someone else.
Seg and Gary look at each other. Smasher says,
There's no I in teamwork, but there is in management kiss up.
they're looking at Gary and Seg are looking at each other. Gary says,
Oh, are you saying you're gonna join the team?
Smasher nods.
Right. Okay, great.
On your HUD it says Smasher has joined the party. Smasher has been inspired by your quest and has decided to join the party. Okay. I ask again. What does Gary do? Now, suggestions from the chat room. We have a Kenku. Yes, you do. Completely randomized as well. I know what you're thinking, Oliver. You're like, oh, you just watched Critical Role and stole it. Drink some water is a good one. Block out the fucking moon. Carefully identify the necklace. You know what? Cast Identify on the necklace. Investigate the necklace. You've got 3 charges of Identify left. Long rest. Use bedroll on obelisks. Go west. No, that's what you think everyone is thinking. I do. I feel like such a charlatan sometimes. I'm like, everyone thinks that I'm the worst DM ever and I have no ability to make anything up and I'm just the worst and everyone hates everything that I produce all of the time. Okay. Let's work out this XP while you're voting. Oh, my start button doesn't work on my computer at the moment and it is fucking so annoying. I can't even hit Windows button on my keyboard. That doesn't work either. Okay, so the Bulazu plus 3 ice methods. Is it 3 or 4? 3. And 2 whites. 800 XP. Cast Identify on the necklace. Okay. Let's quickly give you some XP here. So 3,800. 3,860 plus 800. You're at 4,660 XP. You need 6,500 to level up. And then you're going to use one of your charges of Identify here. And cast identify on the necklace? Let's find out. Let's find out what this necklace does. I don't know what it does either, so we're going to ask ChatGPT to invent something, and whatever it invents. You know what we're going to go? We're going to get... Okay. ChatGPT. Create a table of 20 magic necklaces with minor magical properties. You guys can start rolling d20s in the chat room, and we'll pick whichever one ChatGPT provides. Assistant DM ChatGPT. It's very useful. It's not very useful if you're actually trying. Like this wouldn't work for Cura. But it's very useful for this kind of thing, or even Oracle's Rest. I can just be like, hey, can you just generate me a sword? I've not really done it, because I rely on a lot of standard D&D stuff for Oracles. I try and give them legit D&D, a legit D&D experience. Hey, Rivi, Ra. Almost threw up. Almost threw up. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. 4 more and we can spin the wheel and maybe you'll get something else random. A 17? Okay, here we go. Let me, my face is itching today. I feel like I ate something I was allergic to yesterday, like apart from the fact that I'm on medication that I'm allergic to anyway, but... Number 17. There it is. They've bloody done it. The Necklace of Light Steps. The wearer leaves no footprints in soft ground like sand or snow, though they still make noise and can be tracked by other means. That's fucking cool, considering you're in a desert. You guys have got some cool items. This is actually Necklace of Light Steps. 5, 6, 7, 8. My bootin' scootin' babies are driving me crazy. My obsession from a western, my dance floor date, my rodeo Romeo, a cowboy got from head to toe. Gonna make you mine, better get in line. The wearer leaves no footprints in soft ground like sand or snow, though they still make noise and can be tracked by other means. Cool. Cool. I think it's cool. I'm such a loser. I'm like, this is so cool. You want to hear some of the other ones? Necklace of Warmth keeps the wearer comfortably warm in cold environments. The Locket of Subtle Sound allows the wearer to hear whispers and faint noises within 30 feet as if they were within 10 feet. The Amulet of Minor Flame. It's warm to the touch and can light a candle or a small torch. It's a lighter. A Bic lighter. An Amulet of Distant Voices. Once per day, the wearer can whisper a message that travels on the wind to a creature within 100 feet. Audible only to that creature. That's cool, man. It's cool. This is a cool table. I might keep this fucking table. Yeah, everyone's going to start getting necklaces in Oracle's Rest next week. Nice. Considering how much we're traveling through a desert, not making tracks in the sand is amazing. I mean, Seg and Smasher would be making tracks, but when you transform into like a horse, if Seg and Smasher get on the horse, you'll leave no tracks. Kind of great. It's kind of great. If we were taking it very seriously, it'd be epic. You know? I mean, maybe something will come after you. I can't really predict what's going to happen in the game. Ever. Okay, well, we still have the problem of the obelisks here. Again, as a reminder from last week, there is a set of obelisks in front of you. Now, you guys did basically solve the puzzle. So I guess... solve the puzzle. I'm going to put yes or no up, and then we're going to spin the wheel. We have got a wheel spin to do. Oliver proving themselves to be the only person I would allow to play in my D&D campaigns from any of you in the chat room. Are the sand crystal effects written somewhere? Let's have a look. I wish I could give you guys read-only access to this Roll20. I have it written down. I'll add it. The sand crystal. Smashing this will transport 1d3 random creatures within 120 feet to the phantom zone. That's my doorbell. That's my doorbell. Can you keep that at 100%? It was a delivery at the door of a thing that I forgot I ordered yesterday. A brand new Bad Dragon dildo. Oh, by the way, I ordered something this morning for tomorrow's stream, hopefully, that I highly recommend you tune in for. I don't 100% know how that's going to go. Did someone ruin it? Who ruined it? You son of a bitch. Solve the puzzle. Oliver, what would you like Gary to do? We ask only Oliver in the chat. Oliver, what would you like Gary to do? We're still on Tavern Sim? No. That's a one stream game. We dragged 2 out of it because I wanted to make sure that I was keeping good on my promise. Seg flies up and creates a shadow. Yeah, Seg flies upwards. Seg has a cloak of bat wings or something. Flies upwards, covers the obelisk, the moon from the obelisk. Now let me remind myself of how this works. Yeah. So, covering the runic symbols doesn't immediately work, but Gary starts navigating Seg left and right. Eventually, they cover just the symbols that represent the earth, air, fire, water, spring, summer, fall, and winter, leaving only the moon symbols and the moon sigils, runes, glowing. When they get to that, after a little bit of time, there's a sort of slight rumbling from the ground. It begins to shake slightly. The obelisks, each, including the ones that don't have runes on them, begin to softly hum as they resonate with this kind of ancient magic. In the center of the grid, the sand begins to shift and sink. You see Smasher kind of dive out of the way, one hand on the hilt of her sword. You see Seg kind of dip down a little bit, waiting for the waiting for something to come rushing up out of the sand. Gary turns and the sand gives way to a hidden staircase leading down into the darkness. Do you descend? Do you descend the staircase? Yes or no? You can just type it in the chat. Would you like to descend the staircase? Yes or no in the chat? Yes? Gary says, alright, let's get down there and see if there's anything. Like, maybe there's a place we can do a long rest. Gary steps onto the first of the steps, Smasher following. Seg flies down, landing on the edge of the steps, and the three of them begin to descend into let's find out. Chat GPT, create me an entire motherfucking dungeon. Let's see what you've got. Let's see the power. I would bring ChatGPT up on the screen, by the way, but there's so many spoilers for Cura and Oracle's Rest on the left that I can't do it. Because every now and then I have to be like, hey, can you just do this? It's the greatest fucking invention for DMing ever, ChatGPT. It's so useful to be like in the middle of a session and be like, I haven't got time to Google deep dive Reddit. Give me the answer. You know? It's fucking so unbelievably useful. Hey computer, download the information into my brain. Okay. How do we randomize this? You know what? I think we might be able to make a dungeon actually. Hold on. Where's that table generating thing? There is there was a thing I saw. It's on that same Reddit link that I used to make the whole world here. Okay, let's make a dungeon. Let's randomize a dungeon. Is that fun? Is that fun for you guys, or do you just want to play the game? I don't know if this part of it is fun. For me, it's fun to like together procedurally generate parts of this game, or whether you just want only the game. It's fun. Okay. The only problem with the procedural generation thing is I don't make any money because there's no spin the wheel. But you guys you've been very generous today. I'm not gonna. Otherwise, I would do a lot more of it. But I'm like, I need stuff to be happening so that you can spin the wheel. Otherwise, you're never going to spin the wheel. And if you don't spin the wheel, I don't make any money. And if I don't make any money, the whole channel needs to be deleted. Where is the fucking... What the hell was that website called? Did I link it in here? Yeah, I did. Behind the Tables is what it's called. Dungeon? Icy dungeon. Is there a desert dungeon? No, don't bookmark. Okay, we'll desertify it. Oh, here we go. Cavern, dungeon, castle, Feywild, icy, infernal, mine, monastery, prison, Shadowfell. This is what we're doing here. This is what we need. Okay. Okay. This place was a D10. A 5. This was a mine. This place was a mine. Built by D12. 6. A foreign empire. Located deep within a desert. Fuck off. Did we just randomly get that? Number 5 on there was deep within a desert, and that's what we rolled. It's currently occupied by... This is where that music needs to come back in. 5 again. A demon again. You got another demon to fight. You know what that means, right? It's the other lieutenant, isn't it? Who's next? Ineg. And some 12. And some ogres. Time for demon ogres. If you survive the flooding chambers, you might recover the 3. Spellbook of a Notorious Mage. I don't know how useful that is for Gary. Okay. Now let's put all that information into ChatGPT. Create me a D&D 5e dungeon. The dungeon should be an ancient abandoned mine built by a long forgotten foreign empire. I don't know exactly what that means, by the way. A foreign empire, you know. I can't spell. Wow, unbelievable. The dungeon is located deep within a desolate desert. Okay, this next bit I'm not gonna tell you. You can find out when we play. Okay. The dungeon must contain some sand flooding chambers, and the final prize of the dungeon is an ancient spellbook that once belonged to a notorious mage. Okay, now when you make a dungeon, it needs to have a certain amount of chambers. A couple of them should be puzzles, a couple should be like skill checks, and a couple should be combat encounters. And then also, the things that I just wrote. Man, I'm excited to see if ChatGPT can do this. Enter. Can it create a whole dungeon? Holy shit, it's doing it. Holy shit, it's doing it. Fuck. Guys, this is it. This is everything you've been waiting for. The desolate mine of Aksun. Spelled A-K-S-U with the like, what's the like chevron? It's like an upside down V umlaut. An X and a moon. Once a thriving source of rare gems operated by a long forgotten empire known as the Therosians. Located deep within a desolate desert, the mine was abandoned centuries ago when the empire fell. Over time, the mine became a refuge for various desert creatures, including a tribe of ogres. Recently, the mine has been overtaken by a demon named Ineg, a Kroketoek who now controls the ogres through dark magic. Ineg seeks to find the ancient spellbook hidden deep within the mine, a relic of a notorious mage who once resided in the Empire. It's very important that Gary doesn't let Ineg get this book, because Ineg is a lieutenant. Ineg is a lieutenant. Of Saber. And you don't want Ineg to get stronger, do you? You wouldn't want Ineg to get stronger. Would you now? Well then I suppose you're going to have to get to the book before he does. Actually impressed with everything this has come up with. Gary, Seg, and Smasher step down into the first chamber. Smaller obsidian statues similar to the ones that were at the top of this stairwell line the large sandstone and limestone steps, cracked and broken, covered with sand and eroded with age. Seg looking about him, Smasher looking about, Gary's pink eyes lighting up, immediately recognizing that this was probably some sort of mine. You can see that the entranceway is partially collapsed, large boulders and debris blocking the way, sand trickling down through cracks in the ceiling. Pretty unstable looking place. Gary and Seg look at each other. Seg says, "I think I'm getting deja vu." Gary says, "I don't speak kobold." The three of them step forward, step into the mine, as danger lurks in the shadows ahead. That's where we end today's session. I'm actually feeling extremely unwell today. And I need to rest. I'm very sorry. But it was fun. I really enjoyed this one. We have an entire dungeon to begin with as of next week. And I'm excited to see how it rolls out. Very fun session. I think I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed being a part of it and jumping in and joining in and watching it. Thank you everyone for the subs. Samael, thank you for that resub at the end there as well. Anonymous, the Anonymous is Riviera, Bubu, Insta Rage, Goblin, Lux, Chen, Pixels, Kyrie. Appreciate you very much. We got some good stuff. Got some good stuff going on. We have a wheel spin, do we? Okay, we'll start next week with a wheel spin. Sorry, I completely forgot about it. I didn't realize. We start next week with a wheel spin. How about that? Because that's fun. It's always fun to start with a wheel spin, isn't it? We created a dungeon. Well, ChatGPT created a dungeon. Well, we sort of did it as well. And yeah, fun one. Hopefully I will feel a bit better next week and we can do a bit of a longer stream. I'm a bit gassed today. I woke up with I woke up feeling really unwell this morning. I feel a bit better now, but it took me all morning to just sort of recover because I'm still unwell, man. I'm still sick and I'm very heavily medicated into being functional. We're heading into week 11 of this, I think now, which is pretty horrendous. The wheel's going to teleport you, isn't it? Yeah, for sure. If you like D&D, there will be a new episode of Oracle's Rest that drops on YouTube in about 25 minutes, but you can watch the VOD that was on last night. Oracle's Rest. There are 2 sessions of that out, just a little bit of extra D&D for you from Table Story at the moment. If you want to watch some other D&D games that I've run, Table Story is the place to go. Table Story, all one word. There's a lot of content over there from all the years, varying different DMs, varying different shows. It's not all D&D, there's other stuff on there as well. There's Blade Runner and Star Wars and Pathfinder and things like that. If you want to watch more D&D content at a much higher level of quality than this, then head over to Table Story. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do a game vote tomorrow and just sort of hang out. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And let's go see my boy Maya. I'll probably play some PUBG later on, but probably won't stream it. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks, boys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And remember, Smasher is fucking absolutely OP. Jesus.